I just finished making 3 videos of free thinking. And the reason I did that is because, have you ever heard the phrase going galt? It's not a very common phrase because it's not a very common thing for somebody to do. If you don't know what that is, you might want to just pause this video right now and do a web search for go galt. There's a system of government and a system of socialism and so forth where government believes that they own you the same way a rancher owns a cow or a chicken farmer owns chickens. And the point of everything you do is to benefit them. So because they own you, the product of your labor, they believe, belongs to them. Of course, God didn't create cows for that purpose. He created cows that give milk, so they would give milk to their calves, to their own children. See, these government entities and politicians and bureaucrats believe that, just like a farmer, they own the product of your labor. And at some point, they become so severe, so heavy-handed, and they get to the point where they're taking so much, or even what they spend the product of your labor on is so reprehensible to you. The things they're doing with your money are so wrong in your mind that you might come to the point where you don't want to contribute to them anymore. You don't want to work any longer and give them the product of your labor. So going galt is when you withdraw your work, your labor from that system so that you no longer benefit government, socialism, whatever. And so that's the point of this series I started called Free Thinking. And I'm going to make more videos, and it's not because anybody cares. You see, I did a magic show once, magic and a music show for somebody who I asked him to critique the show because he hired a lot of entertainment as part of his business, and he knew entertainment pretty well. And I was putting together a new show, and I asked him to critique it. It was a song I did. It was kind of a funny song, but I took maybe 30 seconds to tell the audience about my childhood a little bit and what inspired that song so that the song would make sense. And what this man said was essentially nobody cares, and they don't want to hear your life story. They don't want to hear about your childhood because you're not famous. That only matters if you're famous. Then that's kind of interesting to people. It's just really unfortunate, but it's true. Because people only respect 2 things. Society is corrupt. They respect 2 things. They respect wealth and they respect fame. That goes back to junior high school. You know, when you're in junior high, the popular kids, everybody loves the popular kids. Everybody wants to be their friend. Everybody respects them. The unpopular kids that people make fun of, nobody respects them. They're unpopular. Popularity, as you get older, that just shifts over into fame. If you're a famous musician, if you're a famous actor, if you're a famous sports star, they respect you because you're popular. Or they respect you because you waste a lot of money. You have a lot of money. Wow, he's really rich. What's really funny, what's laughable, there are certain types of people who have a lot of money who don't want people to know because they hate the fact that people just want to get to know them because they're rich. So some people with a lot of wealth pretend they don't have any. They live in a very simple house or an apartment. They drive a car that's 20 years old. What's really amazing is when somebody finds out that they're rich and suddenly the gossip goes around. That guy, you know, so-and-so, you think he's a homeless bum, you know, he seems homeless. He's really rich. Suddenly, out of the blue, people respect you because you're rich. And that's how screwed up this society is. Most of you don't care. couple people might watch this video. Out of 10,000 people, 2 people might be interested. And that's okay, because these videos are for you, 2 people. If you're the kind of person who's sick of it all and you just want to stop contributing to this system like a milk cow, I want to help you do that. Those 2 things that people care the most about are the 2 things that matter the least. Popularity, who cares? What you really want is you want to be respected. You don't care if everybody loves you. You don't care if everybody knows who you are. You just want people to respect you. And the things that make people respectable, it's not money. Money was designed by kings several thousand years ago because they believed that they owned everybody. It's the slave system I'm talking about, where you're the cattle or you're the chickens, and on the factory farm. They own you and they own the product of your labor, and so they wanted to find a way to extract the product of labor from their slaves easier. So coin became the way to do that. That's part of the slave system. What makes you wealthy isn't money. That just makes you a slave. If you've got a lot of money, you're at the top of the slave status. Even in the slave society, there are people at different levels. What makes you wealthy is who you are. That you are able to be compassionate to people, to show love to people and generosity, to accept love from people without pushing them away because they irritate you, because they love you. The thing that is great wealth, that's really great wealth, if you were a billionaire in terms of the spirit, you would be somebody who is content with whatever is in your life. You're content. You accept the bad with the good, and you can smile and just laugh and have a good time, and you enjoy life. That's wealth. The things that matter the most are the things that people care the least about. I want to help you be wealthy, but not in terms of money, because you don't need it. It's good to have money as a backup. Hide it somewhere, pretend you don't have it. Paper money is literally counterfeit. Literally, look into it. Study paper money. It's counterfeit money. If there isn't gold or silver behind it or some solid asset that it represents, all it is legal counterfeit. So you're better off having solid assets. That could be real estate, but gold, silver, this is good. And you can always have that as a backup plan for when you need it, because it's illegal to not have money. Remember that system of government that requires you to give the product of your labor to them. They don't want you to not have money. How are they going to profit from you if you don't have any? So it's against the law. Living free, there are so many aspects to living completely free and outside of the system that are against the law, that when you start really studying it, it can become very frustrating. You don't need money to live. Long ago, there was no such thing as money, and people lived just fine. I want to help you live like that again, so that money no longer is a burden to you, but rather than a burden, it's an opportunity. What I mean by a burden is that people look at money, I can't do this that I want to do, I can't do that I need to do because I don't have money. So the lack of money, the not having any, becomes burdensome to you. I want to help you learn how to live so that you don't need money. So if you have money, now money is nothing but an opportunity. If you had a single dollar, that's an opportunity. If you had $10 million, that's an opportunity. You don't need it. You could live without it. But money is a tool in this slave system, in this world where they want you to work so they can extract the wealth from you and keep it for themselves. As I said, there are only a couple people probably who will ever see this video who will care about what I'm saying. I expect people to start watching the video and 5 seconds into it go, oh, this is boring, whatever, and turn it off. It's not for them. Those people do not matter. They're part of the slave system. They're not going to change the system. They're not going to make this world a better place. The people who are really interested in what I'm saying, it's you. You are the ones who matter.